There are no Afrikaners who have been killed here in South Africa. It's not true. And there are no 49 Afrikaners who left South Africa. You all know that. It's a fiction. It's drama. You know, America with drama is number one. That thing is Movango. I don't know what is Movango in Afrikaans. It's just a drama. I believe they landed and then they waited for cameras, took them pictures. The next flight back to South Africa. If those people are farmers, it means there are 49 farms available. Why are we not expropriating them? Because they've abandoned them. But why is the media not telling us? Because they say these are farmers. Why is the media, through its own investigation, say to us, this picture you see is a farmer at this. They are not farmers. There is no one who left farming here in South Africa. I suspect that those whites were these ones who were looking after cars at the parking lot. They were attending to cars and they went to fetch them there. They can't live. They will never live the kind of life they live here in South Africa anywhere else. Even if you live here as a millionaire and you go to USA, your money gets reduced to nothing. So no American or Afrikaner will leave South Africa for America. It's not true. Our country, there's no killing of white people. We're not killing white people. We're demanding our land. We're saying, let's share this land. Let's all work the land. And if that is a crime, it's a crime we're prepared to commit. Because we can't, when we're asking for food, and say, no, you're committing crime by asking. We're having a robust debate on land in South Africa. And that must never be used to silence us by America. There is no white genocide here. It's an absolute rubbish to say there is white genocide. There is black genocide in the USA. They are killing black people in the USA. My view is that Donald Trump is contributing in this debate which is going on. And in the process of contribution, Donald Trump made a similar contribution that were made by white people, all of them, in the hearings, in the public hearings. Donald Trump is not saying anything we have not heard from white people in all the hearings. I even commented and said, I'm still to meet a white person who support expropriation of land without compensation. So why are you shocked? I see leaders of the EFF and everybody responding to Donald Trump. I don't have time for nonsense. I expected this.
And
more backlash is going to come.
It's a lie.
If South Africans are not ready to expropriate the land,
and let me
because they are scared of sanctions,
the benefit
they are scared of black land,
not South Africans,
then don't vote for the EFF.
I'm a white South African, but I'm not.
Because you vote for us, we're going to expropriate land.
People say, but
and
even
Donald Trump will come for
people,
us.
The
And
vast
Britain will come
majority
for
of
us.
Afrikaners
And the EU
don't want
will
to
come
leave
for
this
us.
country. All
I said, and I said this
white
throughout
people
my life,
have a very
with the
good life in
movement
South
that
Africa. We are doing fine.
For
Thank you very much.
everything good
we do not need to leave,
comes the
and we
pain
do not
before.
need refugee status from Trump.
If you're not prepared,
So,
South Africa,
why has
to
Trump
take the
decided
pain,
to grant
then forget
refugee
about the land.
status to a group of Africans?
Donald Trump has not said
Well,
anything
it's-
extreme.
likes
Things are
keeping
still going
in
to
the
come.
media, but I think that it really has more to
I
do
hope
with
the
his friend
Zuma group in the
Elon
ANC,
Musk,
which is
who,
supporting
remember,
this thing,
is a former
they
South
know the
African.
consequences. We know the
He has
consequences.
not been granted a license to
We know
operate
that
his
the first
Starlink internet
response
here
will
in
be
South
killing.
Africa. And he has probably
They will kill
done
us
this whole thing
for that.
to provoke
There's
the
a
bear,
group of
to
white
create
right
some
wingers
kind of
who are being trained
acrimonious
by
situation
Jews
and forced
in
the South
Pretoria
African
to be
government
snipers.
to pay more attention to him.
Snipers.
But let me just reiterate this.
They are not
A group of
training
South
guns.
Africans who claim to be
In the
refugees
EFF,
from
we
a
are training
white genocide,
toy
it's
guns.
quite
They're
frankly
dealing with
an
real stuff.
embarrassment.
They are training in a farm in Pretoria. We know it.
It's a lie
To be snipers.
that there is farm killings in
So
South
we know
Africa.
that
Actually,
death is
those
the
who are
first price
married
we are
in
prepared
farms
to
and
pay.
owning farms,
The second
they kill
price we
each
are prepared
other
to
for
pay for
money,
this land
for policy
is
money.
poverty.
The farmers
close
themselves
camps.
kill each other for greedy reasons.
But if there
The
is a
farm workers
conviction,
kill the farmers because
If
they
there is a
rape them
conviction,
in exchange for money and do not pay them, like
sloganeering
Eugene Terreblanche did
public
when he
opinion,
raped a farm worker
then
and
we
did
must
not
be
want to
prepared
pay.
for everything.
We cannot
It's a
be
war.
told that their farm murders in South Africa,
and
when
all of
the
them.
farmers
We're not scared
themselves
of them.
are actually killing
we
the farm
remain
workers.
unshaken.
It was
Actually,
the white
we are more
farmers
determined
who
after the
killed
Donald Trump
two
tweet
women in Polokwane
to
and
expropriate our
fed them
land
to the
without
pigs.
compensation.
It's a complete lie that white
no
people
white
are being killed
genocide here.
in
It's
South
an
Africa.
absolute rubbish.
If anything, white
say there
people
is white
live in
genocide.
privilege,
There is black
and that's what
genocide
Donald
in the
Trump
USA.
knows. You cannot say
They are killing
Donald
black
Trump
people
is
in the USA.
misinformed. They've got
There
the
is black
best
genocide
intelligence
here
equipment in the
South
whole
Africa.
world. They
Black
even
people
have a
have been killed
military
all the
base
time.
next
A
to South
farmer has been
Africa
sentenced
in
to
Botswana
life
to
now
listen to every
recently
conversation
for
we
having
have.
killed a farm
They
worker.
can tell
Imagine if
you
it was
what
a
is
black
in
person
private
sent
conversation
live
in the
for
executive
having killed a
and
white
everywhere
person.
else. They
It will
don't
be
need
news all
AfriForum.
over.
They
But
are
this
using
black person was
AfriForum
killed
as a
and a white farmer sent
scapegoat to
to
punish
prison for
us
long.
politically. And
Time
we
in
ought to
jail.
be very clear
It's once
about
off
that.
reporting and it's done. There is no scientific evidence that points to any
So when the president says that there is
white
genocide
in South Africa,
where is
It's
the
not true.
evidence? The
And we're
U.S.
not
has not
scared of such
recognized
things.
officially genocide. The
We're
United
not going to
Nations
be
has not
distracted by
recognized
anyone.
genocide. And for the
Only
thousands of
death
people
will stop
who
us.
you say were let into
Not
this
Trump,
country who've been granted
not
asylum,
poverty.
I'm talking under
Not
the
sanctions.
refugee resettlement
We have-
program,
we
which
have
the
all
president
of them
froze
in our mind.
by executive order
we know
early
the
in his
consequences
administration.
of what
So-
we're
Can we
asking
take a
for.
pause and
Sure. We know
recognize the fact that
And
you
it's
are
not like we're going
defending
into this thing
race-based
without knowing,
discrimination? You are defending
I'm not
race-based
defending.
violence.
I'm not
No, no.
defending
So
race-based
AfriForum
discrimination
is
in
the
any way.
embassy of the USA.
president uses the term genocide.
If you want issues to
there
reach
is
USA,
no
go to
genocide in
AfriForum.
South Africa, and
Then you
frankly,
shall
it
get
does
a
a
proper
disservice to
response.
people in countries
But
around the
otherwise,
world who are
AfriForum
facing
is nothing
genocide
to us. We're
in the
not scared
Congo, in
of,
Sudan,
AfriForum.
those who faced it in Rwanda, and
We're
Bosnia,
continuing
and
business as
Cambodia.
usual. No, that we're not these Twitter revolutionaries who say all sorts of things about Donald Trump. If you were to say to them, all of them, let's go to the US embassy, none of them will come. They tweet from their comfort
Here's my
beds,
question to you.
with bed
So you are
heaters.
saying there's no white genocide in South
So we are on the streets. We're fighting this thing on the street. We are on the picket
That is the
line.
problem, but I'm saying you
That's why
say
we're not
no, of course there's a problem.
We know this is what people want.
People are being killed on the farms is a problem.
And if
but
there
you're
is
saying there's no
anyone
white
who's
genocide.
in this thing without knowing the consequences, then you are
Yes, that is my problem.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you are man enough to say there's no genocide, but it's
EFF leader Julius Malema has sent a strong warning to the United States to stay away from South Africa's domestic issues. This follows US President Donald Trump's tweet on South Africa's land policy this morning, where he asked his Secretary of State to study the country's land seizures and expropriations, as well as what he termed large-scale farm killings.
The good thing with the AfriForum is that they are doing it daylight. They're not doing it, underground. One of the ANC officials, when we were preparing to meet the ANC, was saying to us, please, in that meeting, emphasize the expropriation of land without compensation, because those officials are saying something else. One of the officials of the ANC. So it's not AfriForum. It's Cyril's group in the ANC. It's the DA that have gone all out to lobby for international support so that we develop a cold feet on this thing. Well, Donald Trump, my view is that Donald Trump is contributing in this debate which is going on. And in the process of contribution, Donald Trump made a similar contribution that were made by white people, all of them, in the hearings, in the public hearings. Donald Trump is not saying anything we have not heard from white people in all the hearings. I even commented and said, I'm still to meet a white person who support expropriation of land without compensation. So why are you shocked? I see leaders of the EFF and everybody responding to Donald Trump. I don't have time for nonsense. I expected this. And more backlash is going to come. If South Africans are not ready to expropriate the land because they are scared of sanctions, they are scared of backlash, then don't vote for the EFF. Because you vote for us, we are going to expropriate land. And Donald Trump will come for us. And Britain will come for us. And the EU will come for us. I said, and I said this throughout my life in the movement, that for everything good comes the pain before. If you're not prepared, South Africa, to take the pain, then forget about the land. Donald Trump has not said anything extreme. Things are still going to come. I hope the Zuma group in the ANC, which is supporting this thing, they know the consequences. We know the consequences. We know that the first response will be killing. They will kill us for that. There's a group of white right-wingers who are being trained by Jews in Pretoria to be snipers. Snipers. They are not training guns. In the EFF, we are training toy guns. They're dealing with real stuff. They are training in a farm in Pretoria. We know it. To be snipers. So we know that death is the first price we are prepared to pay. The second price we are prepared to pay for this land is poverty. They will close taps. But if there is a conviction, and not sloganeering and public opinions, then we must be prepared for everything. It's a war.
We want to make it categorically clear to the President of the USA that we are going to expropriate land without compensation and pursue legislative measures to do so, and no threat will stop us.
I always see here crocodile tears of white people. Malema wants to kill white people. Hashem. Stop being sensitive. No one is going to kill you. You think we're going to kill you because you killed our people. The killing mentality is in your head. We don't have a killing mentality. We have a mentality of justice and peace. The only thing we are not prepared to do is to prioritize peace over justice. There must be justice first before there is peace. Because peace without justice, we are pretending. One day we are going to have an outburst.
What is genocide? It's the destruction by an armed actor of an armed social group, its
Black
power
people,
and its will to resist. So Israel ordered the United Nations to evacuate more than 1 million Palestinians in 24 hours. Yet they got no electricity, water, fuel, or internet. And actually this is their land. This is the only place they called home. They know exactly that they cannot leave. It's a genocide, not a war. They are trying to put an end to Palestinians. Spread the word, keep sharing, keep Gaza in your prayers, and free Palestine.
You must show remorse and stop behaving like crybabies. The South African democracy is going to be built by a robust debate, particularly when it comes to race relations. We must stop pretending to each other here. The poor means black. The rich means white. For as long as that has not been resolved, there will be a permanent problem between the poor and the rich.
Donald Trump just got the biggest shock of his life as the South African political opponent Julius Malema gave him a political slap right on the face after his white genocide claims appeared to be false. You won't believe what Honorable Malema just did to Trump. In this video, I will break it down for you. Before I start, touch the plus sign on our profile picture and give us your opinions in the comments section. In a political twist no one saw coming, South African firebrand Julius Malema clapped back at Donald Trump, and did it with the kind of cool defiance that left jaws on the floor. It all began in the Oval Office, where Trump dimmed the lights like he was hosting a movie night, rolling a video of Malema chanting, "Kill the Boer," and calling for white land expropriation. Trump's mission? convinced South African President Cyril Ramaphosa that a white genocide was unfolding. But Malema wasn't having it. A group of older men gather in Washington to gossip about me, he posted on X, turning Trump's dramatic stunt into an international punchline. What did Trump fail to mention? South Africa's Supreme Court had already ruled that Malema's chant was not hate speech, but a political expression rooted in anti-apartheid resistance. Ramaphosa quickly shot down the genocide claim, calling it false and misleading, and billionaire Johan Rupert, also present, backed him up. I've been Malema's target for years. This isn't genocide, it's politics. Trump tried to sell a narrative, but Malema, with a single tweet and a court ruling in his pocket, blew his case to pieces, proving that even in D.C., truth travels faster than propaganda.
A group of older men gathered in Washington to gossip about me. That's what Julius Malema said about the meeting between Donald Trump and Cyril Ramaphosa. Malema doesn't seem worried after he became the unexpected focus of the high-profile meeting at the Oval Office. During the meeting,
genocide.
Trump
Ethnic
raised the
genocide
issue of
is the deliberate killing of a large number of people in a particular nation or ethnic group, with the aim of destroying that nation or group. Ethnic cleansing, the mass killing of members of an unwanted ethnic or religious group in a society. This is exactly what's happening in Palestine.
This is a controversial
and the world is watching.
That has drawn criticism over
Wake
the
up,
years.
educate
Shortly after
yourself,
the meeting,
speak
Malema
up,
posted on X, which is formerly known as Twitter.
Palestine.
He said, a group of older men gathered in Washington to gossip about me. No significant amount of intelligence evidence has been produced about white genocide. We will not compromise our political principles on land expropriation without compensation for political expediency. What do you think about Malema's response? Do you think his response is exactly what needs to be said? Or do you think it's making things worse? Let me know in the comment section. And remember to follow, comment and share for more updates.
America must never tell us what to do. The same United States, which is furious at being cut off from the riches of Burkina Faso, cannot tell us what to do. We stand with Captain Traore. We stand with Traore because we know that Traore stands for the unity of Africa. We are Traore, and Traore is all of us. If they kill Traore, you must know they would have created another wound in the continent of Africa. We must defend him the same way we defend the unity of Africa. We must defend China for defying the USA and telling the USA to go to hell because they don't understand how the tariffs works. Donald Trump is an enemy of himself and all of us. And he must know the EFF is not scared of him. The EFF is not scared of Israel. The EFF is not scared of Morocco. The EFF is not scared of the imperialist forces. The EFF will stand on the side of the people of DRC, the people of Sudan, and the people of Sahrawi.
Contribution. Donald Trump made a similar contribution that were made by white people, all of them, in the hearings, in the public hearings. Donald Trump is not saying anything we have not heard from white people in all the hearings. I even commented and said, I'm still to meet a white person who support expropriation of land without compensation. So why are you shocked? I see leaders of the EFF and everybody responding to Donald Trump. I don't have time for nonsense. I expected this. And more backlash is going to come. If South Africans are not ready to expropriate the land because they are scared of sanctions, they are scared of backlash, then don't vote for the EFF. Because you vote for us, we are going to expropriate land. And Donald Trump will come for us. And Britain will come for us. And the EU will come for us.
Mr. President, I don't know wittingly or unwittingly, when you were answering the question about our relationship with the USA, not once have you mentioned DERCO or Minister of International Relations.
And this is as a result of you having met Elon Musk during the UN General Assembly and knowing very well the views of Elon Musk about South Africa, racist, white supremacist views about South Africa, which led to you meeting him because you thought you were going to clarify those issues. Unrepentant racist became emboldened and then made more bad remarks about South Africa even after meeting you physically. You still saw a need to go outside the diplomatic channels and made a contact with an individual, not using diplomatic relations or mechanism within which we resolve diplomatic disputes as South Africa. Don't you think you individually have emboldened white people to undermine us, and you have single-handedly destroyed the diplomatic relations of South Africa with other countries, and you have destroyed and juniorized the Department of International Relations? Mr. President. And the Swangeli Tibor Ntoya Bulela Liditsoti, Jautana Lobul Elon Musk, and worse, Elon Musk, you organized a meeting with him or that telephone conversation through his immoral father, politically, economically, and otherwise. A man who has engaged in business in South Africa through illegal means, even when he has admitted to do so. Those are the type of characters you can't speak to. Imagine, Mr. President, had they said Donald Trump would called the Guptas during that time. What were you going to say? You are going to say that Guptas are an independent state actor. You are not going to say that. You are going to feel undermined. And that's exactly what you have done. What are you saying about established practices of resolving issues in a diplomatic way and diplomatic channels in South Africa? Do you have a full confidence in the Minister of DERCO and the department itself? You speak about an ambassador in Washington or New York. That ambassador belongs to the Department of International Relations. Instead of talking about international relations, leadership, and the department, you talk about ambassador. But when you talk about DRC, you talk about Minister of Defense is doing 1, 2, 3. You don't say ambassador in DRC is doing 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much.
Honorable President.
No one is going to tell me what to do at what time. I'm in charge. That's why these fools are running around here. I'm in charge.
On a point of order, Chair.
Order, Chairperson.
Point of order, Chairperson.
Order, Chairperson.
Point of order. Ruling party by
Order, Chairperson.
Order.
Chairperson.
Point of order.
Chair. I'm in charge. I'm running.
Chairperson.
We are not in charge.
You can all jump.
Honorable members. We are not in charge. We are going to show you to
Honorable Malema, order.
Kichima, Sibram Konto Alliance, shoot to kill, Yamaza, kill the poor, the farmer, kill the poor, the farmer, brr, pa, pa, brr, pa, pa, attention.
There is no song, kill the Boer, kill the farmer. That's a chant. We over-explained it in court. If you have a problem with it, go to the records of the courts. The court said there's nothing wrong singing kill the Boer, kill the farmer. I will sing this song as in when I feel like. It's not my song.
is a struggle song. Why must I educate Elon Musk? He looks like an illiterate. The only thing that protects him is his white skin. Elon Musk wants to learn about this song. The records are there in court.